Hi, welcome to February's Take and Make Craft. This month, we're going to make Valentines in honor of Valentine's Day. You can make a different type of card if you don't want to make a Valentine, or do something completely different. Did you know Worcester has a long history of Valentines? In 1847, Esther Howland started making Valentines from her house, and that was going straight through World War II. And don't forget to go to mywpl.org and look at our Woo Reads blog to see some great Valentine's books you might want to check out. And here is our kit. And in your kit, you're going to find 4 pieces of paper and an instruction sheet. We have a nice teal, purple, pink, and red. You can use any as your card. A set of instructions. A doily. There's a couple different colors. A glue stick, and some things to decorate your card with. We have sequins, we have gems, we have stickers, we have some foam shapes. And that is it. Now what we didn't include in our kit is something to draw with and something to cut with. I happen to have scissors and markers. You might have crayons, you might have pencils, any of that will work, but you want to be able to write a message to whoever you are sending your card to. And so for cards, you might make just a typical card that opens up, decorate the front and write a message inside. You might decide to cut your card in half and just use a single piece of paper and make a flat card for someone. Or you might choose to make a pop-up card. And if you want to make a pop-up card, here's how you do it. So first you have to plan, look at your card, decide do you want to pop up so that you're looking at it this way, vertically, or maybe horizontally. I like them horizontal, so I'm going to do that. And then think about where you want to put your message. Do you want your message at the top? Do you want it across the front? Do you want it spelled out on your pop-ups? And then decide how big or small you want them to be. So I think I want to do 1 big one and 2 small ones. So I'm going to fold my card along the crease. And then I'm going to draw some lines so I know where to put my pop-ups. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut 2 lines down. And the longer it goes, the bigger and further forward it will be. The shorter it is, the further back it'll be. So I'm gonna put my big one in the center because I like that. And I'm gonna draw a line and another line and then 2 little lines and 2 more. And there you have it. As you can see, I'm not great at straight lines, but this is just to help me figure out what I'm doing. And then what you want to do is you want to take your scissors and you want to cut, and you want to cut about the same amount for your 2 lines. If you cut a little more or less, it's no big deal. You also want to try and cut as straight as you can, which I know is a little bit tricky sometimes. So there you have it. I cut all my lines, and then I'm gonna take my tabs and I'm gonna fold them backwards and forwards. So there's a crease at the bottom right there. And then I'm gonna fold them forward and I'm gonna fold it backward. So there's a crease at the bottom. If your cut is a little uneven, just fold it evenly along the bottom. It's no big deal if there's a little extra cut there. You can see this one's like that. So I'm just gonna fold it to the shorter cut, forward and backwards. And then what I need to do is I need to open my card. Sometimes it sticks. If it sticks, just be gentle and patient and you'll get it open, no problem. And then I'm gonna push from the back and I'm gonna push my flap forward. See how it's forming a little square? That's what I want to happen. And I'm gonna do that with all of my pop-ups. And the crease at the top and the bottom helps make it easier to do. takes a little practice, but you'll get it. So now I have 3 squares sticking up from the back. And I'm gonna put my decoration on the front of them so that when you open the card, they're facing down and then they face up at the person who's opening it. And I want, let's see, I think I'm gonna do a moon and stars. And I want a purple moon. And I suggest drawing what you want on your paper and then cutting it out. So I'm gonna draw a crescent moon and a star. There we go, they're beautiful. And then I'm gonna cut them out. If you wanna do a heart, you can draw a half heart along the edge and then cut that out. Make sure it's on the edge with the spine, the edge with the crease, and you'll wind up with a heart. I'll make one of those too, because I like my Valentines to have hearts. So, there's my moon. I actually made 2 of them. And here are my stars. Now you can cut out the stars all 5 points if you choose to do stars, or you can be like me, and I just made mine in a circle. Whichever way you like to do. There we go. So I have a moon and 2 stars. So I think my moon should go in the center. So I'm gonna put a little glue on my pop-up. You don't need a lot. Oops. And I am gonna cover it fully with my moon. You don't want a lot of glue sticking out, because then when you close it, the glue is gonna stick to your paper and it won't open properly. So you can see I have my moon in there. When I close my card, it does pop out because I made such a big pop-up. And when I open it, it's in the foreground, in the front. And I'm gonna put some glue on this pop-up and this one. If you get a little too much glue on everything, just leave your card open for a couple minutes and let it dry. And it helps if the bottom of your pop-up, the things on them, line up with the bottom. That way they're not bending and fighting going up. See? So I have my moon and stars. And now I said I wanted to do a heart, so I'm gonna draw a half a heart on my piece of paper. Make sure you're using the crease side, not the side that opens. There we are. And you can see my outline's not really great, but I tend to kind of change what I'm doing as I cut it. That's okay if you do that too. And I think what I want to do for mine is, see how I have all this empty space at the top? I think I'm going to write my message up there. And my heart is going to be part of my message this time. Don't forget to put your cap on your glue stick. Let's see. There we are. I have my message. Love you to the moon. And I think my card is good, but if you'd like, You can add more. You can glue your sequins on. You can add stickers. And just keep decorating until you're happy with it. Oh, you know what? I found a little star. I'm gonna have to add that. There we go. My card is done. It's got its pop-ups. And I lost a little piece. No big deal, I can always stick it back on. I didn't glue that very well. Thank you very much for making our craft, and don't forget to go to our Woo Reads blog and see some nice Valentine books you can read at home.